stock, especially in this size, the deluxe size from bareMinerals. You probably know this already as the award-winning cosmetics line, whose goal really is to do better for your skin. Scale back and give back to Mother Earth the ingredients in all of the cosmetics. And one of the things they're best known for is their eyeshadow line. But this, you've elected and created into something else. This is the Deluxe Bisque Concealer that is available now in the triple size, essentially, because outside of this offer, here's how, like, if you go to little bareMinerals shops, you find it like this in the 0.07 ouncer, and they're about $20 each. We're giving you all three of these in one bucket and the buffer brush, which is new. What should be $83 is instead, $38. Now you understand why we have a hard time keeping it in stock. It's 827-3666. And here with me is Jessica Faust, bringing it to us. Good to see you, honey.
Good to see you.
Yeah, I mean, we just keep offering it. It sells out. We offer it, it sells out. It's back in stock finally in all of our shades. But I love the story behind this because this is something that you created, you loved, and then it was your actual customers who said, we're going to turn this into something else.
I mean, and this is 30 plus years that this was developed as an eyeshadow in one singular shade. And it was selling 10 to 1 out of all of our other eyeshadows in our boutiques. And
I mean, it's a nice shade,
what
but
are you
why
guys,
10 to 1?
What are you guys doing with this? So you all told us, this is a mega multitasker. Not only am I using this on the lid of my eyes to conceal any veining or act as a base shade, but I'm finding it's working for me on my H spots. It's working on my under eye circles. It's working on blemishes. So then we moved into what we thought was big enough for you guys,
so
the regular size now.
Yeah.
And then we expanded the shades, and now only here at QVC do we bring you what we call the bucket of bisque.
Bucket of bisque.
So what is this? I mean, this is our mega concealer.
All right.
So anything you want to conceal, those areas that we're the hardest on ourselves when we look in the mirror, this is going to conceal it without settling, without looking dry, without looking cakey.
All right, so you only need to choose your shade. It's super, super easy. There's only 5. Here we go.
So just choose the shade range that looks the most like you. So Original Bisque is for our fair to light skin tones. So truly the fairest, and if you're on the lighter end of medium, go with Original. Summer Bisque is by far our #1 seller. That's what I wear. That's you, Jen. You're going to see that demonstrated on Chantal coming up. So medium range, go with Summer. Honey Bisque is as if you start getting to a true tan olive complexion. Even light women of color can go with Honey Bisque. Then we've got Dark Bisque, which is for our medium rich complexions. And then Deep Bisque is our richest shade, which is a beautiful warm almond for our deepest complexions.
All right, by the way, you are getting the $24 buffer brush. I could do a whole nother presentation on this brush.
I know. I could talk for an hour. Right. I should actually do like a Facebook Live on this brush because
do the Facebook Live.
I feel like I give Bisque all the attention and not the brush. But when we actually created this brush, which is a newer brush for us, people fell back in love with Bisque because it is like a blurring machine.
It's an eraser.
It is.
What do you want to
erase? It looks like you're erasing all of those things that you want to conceal. So if you're looking at this saying that looks like a powder, is it going to dry? Absolutely not. Just the opposite is true. So it looks like a powder, but the moment it touches the skin, I put way too much in there. So a little goes a long way. You just want to load up your buffer brush. Here we go. So we swirl, we tap, and then we go to this skin. So Chantal has done one side, and she's actually wearing this as her foundation. So if this is a shade that matches you,
well,
and I want you
getting
to
enough
see,
of it.
Yeah, you're getting enough of it, and some people say it's actually just my perfect shade.
Great, like a foundation.
But what she's covering is all this redness, and this is for her problem area. So I want you to see, I'm gonna just literally do a stripe right through the center of that redness.
It's an eraser.
And it literally took the redness away. It took just one swipe of it. It's like a spot treatment. It's completely covering because of those creamy minerals, but there's no talc in this. There's no oils. There's no preservatives, no fillers.
That's why it doesn't crack or crease, because we equate powder to all of that. That's true. It's full of talc.
And most people with a powder concealer say, I can't do it, especially in the under eye area. Look at how it looks so creamy, because the moment it touches the skin, it warms to the skin and becomes like a cream on the skin. But look at, the other thing I love about this is the finish. It almost has a little bit of a luminosity. It doesn't look flat on the skin, which you don't want to concealer to look
what it
flat.
looks like is multiple steps. Like you came after it with like a cream concealer, and then you put a foundation on it, and then you set it with a powder. You just did all that with one swipe.
All with one swipe. And that is why we don't supersize everything at bareMinerals. It's only the things that you guys demand. And that's why with this one, you wanted this big size, because once you find a concealer that works for you.
We did this live, right?
Look at that. I mean, I literally covered that in 1 second. It's the magic of the minerals plus the magic eraser brush, the blurring buffer.
Oh,
that
PS,
gives you
SPF 20.
Perfect concealing. She's in Summer Bisque. SPF 20, which is
SPF 20.
huge. And SPF 20 comes naturally through the minerals in here.
Right,
So
it's a physical SPF.
Physical SPF, and Amy's going to show you. So for Chantal, it's that uneven redness. For Amy, her problem areas are around the eye. So she did one eye, one is not done. So she's going to show you how she can just move this brush around the pocket of the eye to grab her under eye circles. And she's an original bisque, I should say that. Right. So you can see, and look how it cancels the veining.
Oh, I always forget to use it on the lid.
The lid is so important,
right? Yeah,
especially for the SPF. It's like an eye primer, and so many of us, we have veining, dark pigmentation to the lid of the eye. It can actually make your eyeshadow turn.
Amy and I aren't sleeping.
Look at that. I mean, and again, she's wearing this as her foundation all over, and she's in the original best.
Guys, this is different for everybody, but in this deluxe size, which is triple the quote unquote big size, right? This is multiple months worth that you're getting for $38. In fact, even without the brush, it's a huge value, but when we add in the $24 brush, so much more so. And one thing as we go through these shades too, I don't want anybody to stress over this. It's super easy, right?
They're super forgiving, and I can wear original or summer. I can honestly do either one, but original is what you just saw on Amy. That's more porcelain. Our fair to light skin tones go there. That was the original shade. Next is Summer Bisque. If you are in any medium foundation, Summer Bisque is the shade for you, and that's our #1 seller. Honey Bisque is next, which you will see coming up on Khadijah. So true tan, olive complected skin tones, even into light women of color, can go with honey. Dark Bisque is for our medium women of color, deeper tan complexions. And then Deep Bisque is our richest one for our deepest, darkest skin tones.
All right, remember, even when I'm holding these, I'm like, but these are pretty big.
Yeah.
Right, and then it'll last you a pretty long time.
But once you find the concealer that you love, you don't want to be without it.
That's so true. And I also know how our QVC customers operate. When you love something big, I totally get it. Here we go, $20 and $20. And $20, like you're stacking it for the year, right? So 20, 20, 20, and then you're getting the $24 brush. You add all that together, it's over $80. It's $38 for the bucket o' bisque, right? And what I love is that when you have the bigger size, you use it more, right? You don't have to ration or say, well, I only have the tiny little pop, so I'm just going to use it right here. Use it as a full face foundation. Use it for discoloration, little veins on the side of your nose, right? Anywhere on, oh my gosh, look at that.
It. I mean, look how smooth this is the Summer Bisque on my hand, but look how it's covering any unevenness. It's covering the veins, and it feels like silk. It's so creamy on the skin, and that's what I can't get over. If you have fought with concealers in the past, whether they're creamy, whether they're too
more
powdery,
attention to what I'm trying to conceal
sometimes it accentuates. So if you haven't tried this,
a blemish accentuator.
Yeah,
how about
sometimes
that?
you cover a blemish and then it's like, oh, it actually just looks like a bullseye.
I should have just drawn arrows directly to it.
There it is, everybody.
660,000 orders on the deluxe size alone. This is a mega powerhouse within the bareMinerals brand. And that to me tells me that you've got like a vote of confidence from those who have tried it out before. We try to knock out a couple more shades so you can kind of like identify with somebody who's closest to you. So now we'll see Khadijah, who's in the...
Khadijah's in the Honey Bisque.
Okay.
So with Khadijah, she wants to even out the skin tone. Again, the under eye circles are a problem for her. So what I love about this, it is true mega multitasker. It's going to do what you need it to do. Everybody's skin is different. So if you're out there and for you, maybe it is under eye circles. Maybe it's hyperpigmentation, maybe it's age spots, maybe it's blemishes, whatever it is for you. And again, we look in the mirror and we're the hardest on ourselves for those areas, and it tends to be what we look at first. This is going to conceal them like a dream without feeling heavy or weighted. And the other thing I love about this deluxe size, you can pre or post conceal. So what that means is maybe you put it in those areas before you put foundation on, the areas that need the most coverage. You put your foundation on and it works with any format of foundation. And then maybe you put it on top to do some extra concealing after the fact. So you can do any way that you choose that works for your skin. There's no rules with this. I've used this on my back. I've used this on my arm. If I get a bruise, I use this to cover that anywhere on the body because it's minerals and it's good for you. And so wherever you need coverage.
The brush makes it even easier as well, like you said, because you're not losing any product. It's like densely packed. So it really is acting like an eraser. So we're going to take another look at Chantal here, both to see the redness that she concealed, but also how she used it as a full face coverage.
coverage.
So she uses this as a full face foundation, and if the shade works for you, a lot of women do use some of our Bisque shades as their concealer. But the coverage is amazing. It looks creamy. It looks like perfection on the skin, and you never have to fight to blend it. The brush and the minerals together give you that power.
All right, but I don't want you to have to fight to get this home because this sells out a lot.
It's true.
Like a lot.
We got
All
it
right,
back.
So let's take a look in shades one more time.
All right, so original Bisque you saw on Amy. This is our fair to light skin tones. Summer Bisque you just saw on Chantal. That's my shade. That's your shade, Jen. So that is definitely our most popular shade anywhere in the medium category. I want you to go there. Honey Bisque you saw on Khadijah. Dark Bisque is for medium women of color, and then Deep Bisque is for our richest complexions.
Jessica, we love you.
Love you. Thank you.
Thank you so
Good
much.
seeing
You're back
you.
tonight
I'm
as
back
well.
tonight,
If you missed
yep.
this presentation, and tune in tonight to see more of Jess and the Deluxe Bisque with buffing brush. You have to say that slow. All right, before we wrap up and move on to 2 hours of Josie Maran Argan Oil Cosmetics, let me give you a reminder of our today's special value. And this is where I'm going to step up on my soapbox, right?